Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that we now open the table for nominations for the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives.
There is a motion to open the table for nominations for the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. Nominations for the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives are now in order.
I move that the distinguished gentleman from the 1st District of Davao City, the Honorable Paolo Duterte, be recognized to make his nomination.
The distinguished gentleman from the 1st District of Davao City, the Honorable Paolo C. Duterte, is recognized.
Mayong buntag sa tanan. Mr. Presiding Officer, before I make a nomination, I'd like to manifest the following. That the term sharing agreement is one between Congressman Cayetano, Romualdez, Velasco, and the President. I am against any term sharing agreement. However, if the Speaker resigns after 15 months, then we will have to elect a new Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I nominate a leader who understands local and national governance, one who can bridge the different branches of government, one who can ably and fearlessly represent the House of Representatives and the Philippines in the international arena. Mr. Speaker, I nominate the distinguished gentleman from the District of Taguig Pateros, Representative Alan Peter Cayetano, na atong masaligan na magpadayon sa programa na kinahanglanon ni Presidente Rudy Duterte. Daghang salamat.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that the distinguished gentleman from the Lone District of Marinduque, the Honorable Lord Alan J. Q. Velasco, be recognized to make his nomination.
The distinguished gentleman from the Lone District of Marinduque, the Honorable Lord Alan J. Q. Velasco, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. Magandang umaga sa ating mga minamahal na mga kapwa mamabata, sa aking mga kasamahan sa Kongreso at sa Sabayan ng Pilipino. Naniniwala po ako na sa pagkakaisa ay makakamtan po natin ang progreso para sa bayan. Kaya karangalan ko po na inomina ang isang mambabatas na kilala po natin may integridad, isang mambabatas na kilala po natin may isang salita, isang mambabatas na alam po natin na magsusulong ng tunay na pagbabago. Kaya mga kasamahan, para po sa Speaker ng ika-18 Kongreso ng Pilipinas, ang kagalang-galang Alan Peter Cayetano. Maraming salamat po.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that the distinguished gentleman from the 1st District of Leyte, the Honorable Ferdinand Martin G. Romualdez, be recognized to make his nomination.
The distinguished gentleman from the 1st District of Leyte, the Honorable Ferdinand Martin Romualdez, is recognized.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I hereby nominate the gentleman from Taguig Pateros, the Honorable Alan Peter Cayetano, for Speaker of the 18th Congress of the Philippines.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that the distinguished distinguished lady from the 1st District of Iloilo Province, the Honorable Janet Garen, be recognized to make her nomination.
The lady from Iloilo is recognized.
Mr. Speaker, I was privileged enough to be a colleague of a comebacking congressman who represents Manila. He can represent the 18th Congress. I respectfully nominate Congressman Benny Abante.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that the distinguished gentleman from the Ako Bicol Party List, the Honorable Alfredo Pido Garbin, be recognized to to make his nomination.
The Honorable Garbin is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding Officer. I move to nominate Kong Bienvenido Benny Miranda Abante Jr. from the 6th District of Manila, a veteran legislator, a principal advocate, and a peaceful lifestyle, a bishop and a pastor. He would not only be a voice of an independent House of Representatives, but also a voice of conscience and of moral integrity. Salamat.
Mr. Presiding Officer, there being no other nominations for the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives, I move that the table for nominations be closed.
There is a motion to close the table for nominations for Speaker of the House of Representatives. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The motion is carried.
Mr. Presiding Officer, I move that we now proceed with the election of the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
There is a motion to proceed to the election of the Speaker of the House of Representatives. Is there any objection? The chair hears none. The election of Speaker is now in order. The Deputy Secretary General for Operations will now call the roll of members. May we request every member to state the name of the candidate he or she is voting for as Speaker of the House of Representatives upon being called.
Roll call of members voting for the position of Speaker of the House of Representatives. Honorable Representative Abante.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, I'd like to thank Congressman Garing and Congressman Garbin for nominating me. But if there is a better man to be the Speaker of the House, it's no other than my good friend, my brother in Christ, Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano.
Abaya.
Mr. Speaker, vote for Alan Peter Cayetano.
Abellanosa.
Mr. Presiding Officer, some would want to vote for Kong Lord because he is Lord. Some would want to vote for Kong Martin because he is smart. Pero alang-alang sa pagkakaisa. This representation from the 2nd District of Cebu City says yes to Congressman Alan Peter Cayetano as Speaker of the House of Representatives.